Article 6 is the answer to the question, so you just have to believe? Well, don't you have to do anything else? You got to do something else. And the answer is no. But what we do believe about this is that while there is nothing you can do to add to this, it's going to do something to you. It's not going to leave you alone. You're not going to remain unchanged. There is going to be a new kind of obedience that will flow out of you, not because of your goodness, but because of this word that we were talking about earlier that can go in and come out and stay the same. Going in, it's going to want to come out again. And that's going to be true for both the law and the gospel. So that when you shall not murder goes in as being angry with your brother is murder and makes you liable to hell, you're going to believe that. And every time you're angry, you're going to want to have that word come out of you not as anger, but as resisting your anger. Right? The law at work in you as a Christian. There's one law, and it's true, and it's good, and the new obedience is the fact that we believe it, right? Just as the new obedience is also the fact we believe it cannot save us. It cannot add to what we do. There is no progress in my sanctification that makes me less sinful. I might be better at treating you like you should be treated, right? But I'm not going to be better at proving to God that I'm good. It's just never going to happen. I love the new obedience as opposed to even the word sanctification because it keeps that newness, that separation from me clear in the language of it. Regeneration is another way to talk about this. There is a God. We got a problem with him. Jesus is his answer. He has totally justified everything. You know this because it's been preached to you, and the result is you're going to actually begin acting just. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. What happens when you act just? Well, you don't do it by yourself. The heart and soul of the law is not that I'm going to get better at being a good me. The heart and soul of the law is that the people around me are there for me to serve. Not because it's good for me, but because it's good for them. So that being freed again from my need to prove my value, at the foot of this cross of Jesus, kneeling at this railing, you don't ever kneel here alone. There's other people with you. And the freedom of conscience that the gospel gives you compels you to begin to notice them. And to begin to notice their needs. And to begin to notice that they need more of this too. And bring us together again and again into this place where we're all evil together, being justified together. We call that thing church. That's Article 7 of the Augsburg Confession. But the point is, so the new obedience is the individual regeneration. It never leaves you alone. It puts you in a group of regenerated people who are hearing this ministry preach Jesus over sin as God's work. We call that assembly the church. What are the things that make the church the church? How do you become one with this, right? If you say to the person, come talk to my prophet, come talk to my pastor, let him tell you more about this reality. And the person says, I've never heard this before. I don't know what this means, but I think I really want to believe this. It sounds good. Tell me more. What's the next thing? How do I become a Christian? Article 9 is you are baptized into Jesus Christ. You take a little bit of water, because the guy who rose from the dead said to, right? And we're going to use the words he said, which is I baptize. Again, what does that word mean? In the Greek, it's just a word that means wash. I wash you in the name of that God who exists, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You're a Christian now. Boom. Article 9. That is what makes you one with us, church.